Hello, hello, hello. I just wanted to pop on here real quick and I'm going to let a couple people come in. And this is my first live, but I decided to just pop on and, share a little information with people based on a couple messages I received from people that was inquiring about me and my business. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes, well, maybe a minute, and let you come on in to my live. And thank you for coming, whoever's in here and sharing just a moment in a minute with me. Come on in, come on in, come on in my live. Hmm. All right, all right, all right. Well, let me tell you who I am. My name is Tonya Griffin, and I am the founder of Tonya Griffin Coaching and Wellness. I'm a wellness coach, as well as the creator of Sacred Lotus Collection, which is wellness products that I've created that helps individuals with autoimmune or autoinflammatory diseases with their healing process. So over the past couple weeks, I have received a couple DMs and messages just asking questions about my business and who I am and what I do. So I wanted to just pop on live and just share that information with you if I could. So I'll just give you a little brief little history about me and what I do. Like I just said, I'm a health and wellness coach. And just to start out, just to give you a little history of me, a few years ago, my life was completely flipped upside down. I was in the hospital. I was seeing several doctors. I was basically exhausted. I was overloaded, overworked. I was exhausted, and I was overwhelmed. Everything that was over, I was it. So my body was just like, hey, it just gave up basically. So I was feeling exhausted. I was emotionally, physically, and financially exhausted. And it got so bad that I had to retire at 40 because my body broke down so bad and I was overwhelmed. So during my healing process, while I was healing from my surgeries that I went through, which caused me to be on bed rest for several months, I started having my own little rituals, things that will help me. So I had little rituals of meditation and journaling, drinking tea, trying to get more sleep when I could. And then I started creating things. And during that creating things helped me. And it helped me release some of my pain and some of my anger of being sick at such a young age. And during that creating things, I started trying to find who I was because I was 40 years old in a 20-year career that I thought was going to be my career. And then all of a sudden that was gone. So I had to figure out what was my purpose. So during that kind of self-discovery, it was kind of like I was on a self-discovery path, or what some people be like a midlife crisis, but it wasn't a midlife crisis because, I was going through midlife. It was because I was going through a physical crisis and I had to relearn things about myself. So I realized how much I loved helping people. So I decided with my family support to go back to school. So I went back to training. I decided I wanted to be a wellness coach and share how I was progressing and recovering. I knew that others was going through the same. So I wanted to share that information with other people because I know that what I was doing wasn't anything that was I wasn't reinventing the wheel. All I was doing was just doing things that was simple, cost effective for me because I was on very low budget due to how, my finances with being sick. And these things actually worked for me. So I went back to coaching. Well, I went to coaching school and I decided to get a certification. And then also my family, they were completely supportive of me going back and finishing my degree. So I went and got my bachelor's in human development and psychology because I knew that will be able to, that information that I receive will be able to be helpful for others when I go on my journey of becoming a coach. So my journey was not easy. It took a while for all of the things, put the pieces together. But within that journey, I formed Tonya Griffin Coaching and Wellness. And that's where I'll be able to coach and help individuals with autoimmune and autoinflammatory diseases, as well as individuals that have those diseases and disorders keep them from getting burned out in the workplace as well, because I have a background in HR, and I understand a lot of the things that you may go through with reasonable accommodation and those things. So I help individuals with that process so that they won't get burned out, not just with reasonable accommodation, but self-care in general, especially with professionals or even mothers. I have 5 kids, so that you could get burned out just from thinking about having kids, but but I formed Tonya Griffin Coaching and Wellness, and while I was creating and making items, I was making it for myself, and it was like body butters and candles and all the things I was using with my rituals. I even created my own journal. That's where I created Sacred Lotus, because it was things that people started asking for. It was like, oh, your skin shining. And I was like, are you for real? Because I have a skin disease called hidradenitis suppurativa, and it's on my face. And, that's, for me to feel like, oh, my skin looking great, for what people feel that is shining and stuff. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's this body butter I make, or, oh, your house smelling good. Oh, well, it's this room spray I make. I wanted things that was not laden full of chemicals that I would probably need a biologist or something just to tell me what it is on that ingredients label. I wanted things that I knew what was in it. So that's the reason why I started creating on my own. And I created my business around that. So I took my pain and turned it into my purpose so that I could help others. So like I said, my journey was not easy, but it's mine. And everyone has a journey that they go through. And I'm grateful to be here. I'm grateful to go through these things. Even though it was tragic, it helped me find who I was. And it helped me grow. And I'm still growing. I'm still healing. I'm still learning. But I'm also sharing along the way. And which is why I have Tonya Griffin Coaching and Wellness. So if you could relate or resonate with anything that I just said, or have any questions, feel free to just drop me a line, send me a DM, or just drop any information that you want to say in the comments, and I'll read everything. So feel free. But until next time, I'll see you later. And thank you for joining my live today. This is my first live. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And enjoy this summer. Okay, that's part of self-care. Enjoying the summer, baby. So until next time, see ya.